Alright guys, hello and welcome to another stream again. It has been a long time, about a week or so, and during that week or so we have been seeing absolutely phenomenal price action, at least for Ethereum. We've been breaking above that 4K level, and not only that, we've been retesting this all-time high level of resistance. This all pretty much happened in the week I was away, okay? And during this week, obviously, I didn't do any streams. And during this part, where we saw this amazing pump, I didn't do any streams. And you know how it goes, right? You know how it goes. Like, if you've been a subscriber to my channel for a longer time, you already know, like, usually the market makers are watching the streams and like they tend to play around with us. They tend to fool us quite a bit. And then they tend to dump during our stream. But let's see, because I do have some interesting technical analysis that I want to go over for today. On top of that, we do have some news we need to go over today. So today is going to be an interesting one. Let's see if indeed we're going to be seeing a dump again, because this dump or pump is always happening for the ETH BTC chart. Let's see if the ETH BTC chart is going to be seeing a dump again back into this support. Because yeah, ETH BTC has been starting just a few minutes ago to be getting a bit of a bounce from this level of support. So I hope that I'm not killing the pump over here, right? I hope that we can just continue this pump right over here and just retest this previous level of resistance right over here. And right over here, that drop off point, retest it right now into support and then head higher. Let's hope that that will happen. Let's not expect that we're gonna see a dump again. And yeah, let's see if we're gonna see this dump on my live stream again or not. But of course, jokes aside, it's just a joke, guys. But yeah, ETH BTC is literally bouncing off right now. It is bouncing off some great support, but do keep in mind, yeah, in that shorter time frame, it is indeed trading in a bit of a downtrend right over here. You might even argue that we're trading in a bit of a bull flag pattern. Let me grab the 4-hour time frame and grab this parallel channel. Like you can see, you could argue it's a bull flag pattern right now at this moment, so that could possibly arise and give us some good opportunities in the market. Just bouncing off from support right now at this moment, still looking bullish, still in that larger time frame. I think ETH BTC is in this massive pivot and in this massive uptrend right over here. Anyways, there's going to be a lot of things that we need to discuss in today's stream, because markets have been selling off quite a bit. And I've been talking about the EMA ribbons. We needed to hold above the EMA ribbons on that daily time frame. Right now, we're holding on to the last legs, the last level of support. We're holding on to this level right over here. Okay, this level of support right over here, where we saw a liquidity grab below and then we went to the upside again, saw a liquidity grab above. And you know, this really reminds me of this scenario over here. I've been saying it already at the top. I've been saying it literally at the day that we were trading at the top, at the all-time highs. I was saying, yeah, this does definitely remind me a lot of this range right over here. And I will say right now that if we do lose this level of support right over here, we will also inevitably lose the EMA ribbons. And this morning I was looking at this level of support right over here, previous low. But I will say though that for Bitcoin, if we're gonna dump below these levels here, I'm gonna have a look into lower targets. And I'm gonna have a look into a liquidity grab down below that previous low right over here. Maybe some kind of a broadening wedge megaphone pattern might be getting created. I'm gonna have a look into a liquidity grab below that previous low. And that is going to be this region over here, this orange box. If you've been following me for a longer time, for over a year, you know that my orange boxes are usually pretty accurate, my liquidity grab boxes. But if you just extend this box, you can also see it's a great level of support in the past. So that's why I will say, If we lose this level of support, this is going to be next. And then I will expect a bounce from that level over there. And then we'll still expect new all-time highs, where during this rally over here, we're gonna see altcoins greatly outperforming. So yeah, if we're going to be headed a bit lower for the shorter time frame for Bitcoin, this could be a potential scenario that I'm going to be having a look into for Bitcoin. And then for all of the altcoins, well, it's going to be exploding. We're finally going to be seeing this break above the total 3, and it's going to be super great. Let me know what you guys think about this scenario right over here. If you do expect some lower, have a look into this, right? Anyways, if you're going to be bullish right now at this moment, which I am, because I am still sitting in some big long positions, like you can see over here, just showing off my positions. Screenshot my positions now, because I still know, like 2 weeks ago, a lot of bears joined my stream and they were telling me, you're gonna get wrecked, blah blah. And I told them, just screenshot my positions, come back in a few weeks time, and we're gonna have a look who will win, right? The bears or me? And in the end of the day, I'm still on a 420k unrealized profit. I was sitting in like a 700k unrealized profit a few days ago. So yeah, pretty large swings. But I will say again, like if you're bearish over here right now, just screenshot my trades and come back in a month time or so, and then let's see who won, right? So yeah, screenshot it right now and we will see. Just be honest with yourself. And if you've been watching me a few weeks ago and you did see me saying this exact same phrase, screenshot my trades and let's check in a month time, and I eventually came in a profit. If you did see that a week ago, well, surely this time is going to be different, right? Or it isn't. Let's see. Definitely, I'm sitting in these trades because I'm still bullish on Bitcoin. I am going to be expecting a bounce, if I'm being completely honest. I do think a bounce is going to be way more likely. I'm getting all of the confirmations in the market there, in my opinion, like in my gut feeling, in my sentiment around me, in the YouTube views, like everything I'm observing behind the scenes, I'm getting a feeling that a bounce is going to be more likely. Okay, that isn't like, I'm not saying that we couldn't go lower. It's just, I would say there's about a 70% probability for me that we are going to be seeing this bounce. We're going to be headed to new all-time highs for Bitcoin, and during this stage over here, altcoins are going to be exploding. There's going to be another 30% probability, in my opinion, like I've shared, that we're first going to be dipping in this liquidity zone and then bounce off, and then altcoins are going to be exploding. So you choose yourself. Okay, this is going to be what I think is going to be happening next for Bitcoin. Either one of these scenarios, you choose yourself. What do you prefer to happen? And anticipate, like if either one of these scenarios are going to be playing out, anticipate on that in both scenarios you want to be fine and you want to be well positioned in the market, that you want to be taking advantage of it both. How I am positioned myself is that I'm already in my trades. If we're gonna drop lower to these levels here, I'm gonna miss out on some of the gains I could have made, because I could have entered way lower, but I'm just gonna add on the way down, on the way lower over here, and then I'm still going to be making a lot of money, even more than if this scenario is going to be playing out, because in this scenario I can scale in even further, even lower, even more, and even deeper. So yeah, you choose yourself. Are you still that bearish right now at this moment, or are you bullish? Well, then adjust your strategy and adjust your game plan accordingly. Anyways, now I can already feel that a lot of questions regarding this are gonna come up to me. I'm gonna keep, by the way, these two scenarios. Probably a lot of you guys are thinking, oh, well, if you still expect another Bitcoin move to the upside, why then did you upload this video today? This video about the Bitcoin top? Why did you upload a bearish video today. And for that, first of all, I would like to say, watch the whole video. Okay, that's the first thing I would like to say. And then the second thing I would like to say is, yeah, the Bitcoin top is going to be incoming soon. However, not yet right now, in my personal opinion. Okay, I do not think we have hit the Bitcoin top yet. It could be a possible probability out there. Because, yeah, we are getting rejected by this important level, Fibonacci level of resistance. Because, yeah, we are reaching till the end of the cycle. And we are creating a double bearish divergence. Which, remind you, back over here, I have been saying, I will, after this stream, I will go back and try to find it. But during this stage over here, I've been saying many times, I think this cycle, we will peak out with a double bearish divergence. And then the parabola is going to be ending. So, yeah, with this double bearish divergence we are creating, the only thing that is concerning me at this moment is that altcoins haven't exploded. We've not really seen any retail hype and euphoria. So that is going to be the main reason of why I do not think we have topped out yet, and we've still got some higher to go. So then, leading into the next question, I've seen a lot of people having, well, if you think Bitcoin is going to be close to be topping out and not going to be going that much higher, maybe 130k maximum, 135k maximum, how can you still expect the total 3 to go to 3 trillion? Well, it's because the money rotation is starting. Money is flowing right now from Bitcoin into Ethereum, and will soon follow from Ethereum into large caps. And then after that, we will see an altcoin season. So I think that what will happen with the market is going to be a bit of a redistribution range right over here, where large players and whales are going to be cashing out. The smart money is going to be cashing out during this stage here. And then most of the smart money will rotate their money into Ethereum and altcoins. Okay, so that's happening now. The smart money is in fact accumulating altcoins and Ethereum. You can see this on chain. And then eventually, the retail is going to come in and is going to push up all of these altcoin prices and the Ethereum prices to the moon, while they're not really going to have a look into Bitcoin, because why should they? Some people are going to have a look into Bitcoin. That's going to cause a reaccumulation, a redistribution, okay? But most of the retail will just push up the altcoin prices, which will cause a redistribution for Bitcoin and will cause the altcoins to explode. And then the smart money is going to take off all of their profits from the altcoins. And then the retail is just left here with their worthless coins that are going to go to zero, except Bitcoin, of course. Bitcoin can go to like 50k this cycle, this bear cycle, and then go up again. Like, if you're going to hold Bitcoin, of course, for the long term, you're going to be all good. However, yeah, that's what I think is going to happen for Bitcoin, while we're going to be seeing this redistribution. I think the money will rotate into altcoins, and then after that, we're going to crash down and it's going to be over. So that is the reason why I think Bitcoin can still go up a little bit higher, but altcoins can explode. And I've been explaining this already for the last couple of weeks, but right now I just thought it was the appropriate time to make it apparent, okay, to be very, very cautious on Bitcoin right now. Because I've been telling you during the last few streams, right? Go back in my streams of 2 weeks ago or so. Like, I've been saying, whenever I will say that the top is going to be in, a lot of people are going to hate me for this. A lot of people are going to hate me for this. Because, yeah, we have been trading this market absolutely perfectly during the entire cycle. But what's going to happen is a lot of retail will flow in right over here. Okay, and they've got promised by some other guys like, oh, Bitcoin is gonna go to 250k, 300k. So they think, oh, it's still an easy 2 to 3x. But then they do a bit more research. They just bought right over here, right? They're gonna do a bit more research and they're gonna come across me, and I'm saying, oh, the Bitcoin top is in, and they're gonna think, oh, what? what I just entered. They're gonna be mad, they're gonna be angry at me. They don't like it whenever I say that, but they don't realize that we have been in the market already for a while, and we have already been making a lot of profits this entire cycle. So that is exactly the reason why people will get angry at me. People will not like it whenever I'm gonna be honest and call out the truth. But I think in the long term, that's just the right thing to do. To just call out the truth, right? I can sit here and say, Bitcoin is gonna go to 300k, super cycle, blah, blah, right translated cycle. And however it could be a possible scenario, I don't think it's going to be likely at this moment. So I will not call it right now yet. If I'm gonna, if the narrative will shift and if there will be enough reasons to believe in a super cycle, I will shift my opinion and I will change my game plan on that based off of that. But right now, that's not the case yet. So I want to be truthfully honest, and I want to be buying right now. I want to be getting cautious right now for Bitcoin, and I want to be buying altcoins because an altcoin season is going to be inevitable. So that is the reason why most people will get angry at me for calling out tops. But congratulations to the ones that are not listening to me, but observing my analysis and maybe take away a few key parts from my own analysis into your own. They will be the one that are going to be profiting, not the one that are going to be hating. They're not going to be profiting, I can tell you already that. But if you're going to be having a look into my analysis right now, if I'm going to say, right now is going to be the time to start get cautious for a potential top. I think we're going to see a redistribution here. Altcoins are going to pop off and then bear market. Well, I think it's going to be the same. It's very, if I flip the chart, this is a very good way to explain this. Because if I'm gonna invert the chart, and then, for example, replay, go back here. Just imagine, right? These are red candles. But just imagine this was a bull market and we went up. Just imagine that this is the current bull market we're trading in, right? I'm not gonna call the exact top, probably. I'm gonna be away from the top a few percentage points. But if I'm gonna tell you we're entering this range here, we're entering a range where soon we're going to be topping out, right? If I'm gonna tell you that, maybe I'm gonna be away from it by a few percentage points. But this is going to be the range where altcoins are going to explode and soon Bitcoin is going to top and crash. And I'm going to be DCAing out. Well, many people will not like that during a bull market, saying that they're going to sell. Just like in a bear market, if I just invert the scale again, in a bear market, people will not like it if you're going to tell them, I'm going to buy here, because I think soon prices will rally. I'm gonna dollar cost average in because soon I think prices will rally. People will not like it, but in the end of the day, well, that has been the right call, right? That has been the right call. So it's kind of the same. If you invert the scale right now, I think it's a very good comparison. I'm gonna call now for this distribution and then soon a top. That is where I'm calling for. So for Bitcoin, I'm dollar cost averaging out, just like I was dollar cost averaging in right over here. It's just a flipped chart. So yeah, I think that's a pretty good comparison. Now I will tell you though, I'm not gonna call the exact top probably. But I'm gonna be pretty close, few percentage points away. So yeah, that's the thing, guys. We are entering. I don't want to go and talk too much about it. Take it or leave it. I think this will happen. Distribution, altcoins popping off, and then bear market. So, yeah, I'm positioning myself for that. Anyways, going over Ethereum. Oh, wow, we're bouncing already. It's nice. Yeah, so Ethereum, going over Ethereum, I think Ethereum is going to be absolutely exploding. And like I've been saying in my recent few videos, you can go back. In all of my videos, I've been saying this pretty much. You can just go back. Let's hear Bitcoin and Ethereum, the trap. It's been right over here. For example, I mean, I've been saying this many times. Every single dip for Ethereum at this moment, I'll just see as a blessing. I'll just see as a blessing. Because I think Ethereum will go to 10K very quickly. Much quicker than most people realize. I've been saying this a month ago. I've been saying this at the bear market bottom. You can go back to my calls. I've been saying it all of the freaking time. And because we have just been held down on the water for so long during this entire bull market, well, I just think the last move is going to be explosive. And I do not think that anything can hold us back anymore. It's going to be freaking explosive. And if we're going to see these small dips right over here, I'm going to take fully advantage of that. I do not think we're going to be seeing these dip and these huge corrections and then just go sideways and then slowly go to the ups, like here. Like huge corrections and then go sideways and then go up. In a normal market, I would expect this. In a normal market, I would expect here few months of consolidation and then end of the year bump to the upside. In a normal market, I would expect something, even a liquidity grab below these levels here to shake out everybody and then go up and boom, shake everybody out and then go to the upside. In a normal market, I would expect that. But because we're already so close to the end of this cycle, and because the institutional FOMO is insane, because the large whales are buying up Ethereum like crazy, and because of all of these signals I've been explaining right over here, I just think this move to the upside is going to be very explosive. And I think that every single move to the downside is going to be truly a huge gift. It doesn't matter. I do not know how low we're going to go. For Ethereum, I do think that we're not going to fall below this level of support right over here. So I will just say the lower Ethereum will go right over here, the more I'll buy. It's that easy. Because I think we're going to recover this dip pretty quickly and then just be headed to at least 6K. At least. And then after 6K, probably 8K, 7K, 8K, and then 10K. These are going to be my targets for this bull market. Anyways, this move has been delayed for so long for this cycle. I think it will be freaking quick. Very quick. 8BTC bouncing off this level of support, looking good. Let's see if we can continue this pump right over here. We've been getting a small correction right over here right now. Just a minute ago, all right. Let's see if we can continue this bounce. This is looking pretty good in my opinion. And look at all of the upside potential we've still got left. I still do think we're going to recover this whole dump we have been seeing right over here. And it's going to be happening fast. Like imagine, right? In kind of November, I think we're going to peak out right over here. And the peak is going to be coming in right over here around that, right? So imagine this entire pump, how it's going to look like. It's going to be insane, right? Something like that. I do not think anything can be holding us back at this moment. And you might think I'm crazy for saying this, but just go back in history. Just go back in time. If you go back in time, you can see right over here, we did it, right? Right over here, we did that. We did it right over here. We did it right over here. We can see these insane pumps for ETH/BTC and melting everybody's faces. We can see it. It's Ethereum, guys. It's the end of the cycle. We've been held down for so long. It can definitely 100% happen. Anyways, people are asking about the meeting today for Zelensky and Trump. And yeah, today Zelensky and Trump are gonna meet up along with a lot of EU leaders, and I definitely do think it will cause some volatility. However, I think it's going to be more likely it's going to be a nothing burger. I think the market has already been kind of pricing that in because hope has been lost. Let's say that way, because this has been going on for already far too long, a very long time, and I think people are losing hope that right now this meeting will just solve everything. So I think it's gonna be a nothing burger, and the market is already kind of pricing this in. But in the probability and the chance that it will get solved and a peace deal will be made, because there's going to be a slight probability, right? Well, in a probability, we're gonna melt everybody's faces. Like, keep in mind, kind of this entire bear market has been getting initiated because of the war and rate hikes. And then if we're going to see a peace deal, I think at least we're going to see a big bump. Like in the short term, big bump, right? So to 130K for Bitcoin, risk on assets can rise again, and all season will start and then peak, right? So it would be the obvious best freaking scenario if something like that would play out for everything in the world. It would be the best, in my opinion. So let's hope for peace. It would be the best outcome for everything. I still have a little bit of hope, but I don't think the market has that, if I'm being honest. So, and then answering the question of when is this meeting going to be? Well, I've been saying it in the chat. We've got the quick schedule, 1 p.m. Eastern time, which is 7 p.m. Central European time, while Trump meets Zelensky at the White House, and then 1:15, so 7:15 Central European time, we've got the meeting. And then after that, 3 p.m. or 9 p.m. European time, we will see the session with European leaders in the East Room. Okay, so this is the schedule for today with the meeting. So, yeah, right? This is right? Because I'm seeing in the chat 3 hours left. Let me know about that one, because I've seen this information over here. So this is going to be pretty important. It's going to be pretty important. And I will say I'm pretty optimistic still. Like I have shared, if nothing will come out of this, I think the market has already kind of priced that one in. But if something will happen, the market didn't price it in, and there's going to be a probability that something could happen. Okay, and that probability, I don't think the market has priced that in yet. So that is why I will say I'm quite optimistic. Doing the live until the meeting, Mr. Crypto. No, I'm not gonna live stream until the meeting. The meeting will be closed anyways, not go live. And on top of that, well, I think so, by the way. I'm not, don't quote me on that, but I will for sure enter all of the updates on the meeting on my X profile. So make sure to stay tuned for that and watch my X profile for that. There's no upside with the news, right? Well, if there, it would be there would be an upside, because if something is suggesting that they're moving closer for a peace deal, it would already be bullish for the markets, right? So definitely, if anything is suggesting that we're going to be moving closer to a peace deal, then I mean, we're going to pump. So anyways, this is my thought process currently about the market. I'm accumulating altcoins. Let's see if Bitcoin is going to be bouncing right over here. And let me know if you've got any questions, guys, because I'll happily answer them right now in the live chat. Also, this week is going to be pretty filled with volatility anyway, because we're also going to get the FOMC minutes, initial jobless claims, and also Jerome Powell's speech. Can you look at ENA? Well, for ENA, first of all, I would like to have a look into the funding rates. Funding rates are pretty neutral, and ENA is still sitting quite high during this dip. So would I buy ENA right now? I'm not too quite sure. Yeah, yesterday or 2 or 3 days ago, I did buy more ENA. That was because funding rates were trading negative at that time for ENA. But right now, the only thing I would like to say is if we break this downtrend over here, then I could see another leg up. Okay. This is the falling wedge is looking quite bullish in my opinion. And yeah, it's still, if I'm being honest, it's still sitting in quite a steep of an uptrend. So, yeah, I'm still long and strong on the ENA. I'm still all good. So, I'm gonna take profit whenever we're gonna hit all-time highs for most of the coins, man. Thoughts on Sui? Yeah, I'm definitely bullish. Still in this long position here. It's been getting back almost at my entry price. But yeah, most coins are looking like this, by the way. I'll say it in general. Most coins are looking like this right now. They're all pretty much creating a symmetrical triangle. Okay. Most coins are trading in an uptrend. And they have been liquidity sweeping above that May high. So this is looking like a pretty bullish setup, in my opinion, for most of the altcoins already. And I think if this one, for most of the altcoins, will break to the upside, I will say most of them will reach new all-time highs during the next leg up. So yeah, pretty bullish on Sui right over here at this level of support. Generally, most of the altcoins are looking like this. Also, for example, Aave and Tau. When printing, yeah, given some more time. Aave is still holding up a lot stronger. I would say something like this. And then for Tau. Yeah, Tau is the same as Sui, right? Most of the coins are right now creating these symmetrical triangle patterns. And then you have some of the coins like Cardano. They are creating some bearish divergences right now. So either it's the coins like Tau and Sui you want to be buying, or the coins like Cardano, which are creating bearish divergences. Might pull back a little bit lower and then reverse to the upside again and blast off, in my opinion. So these are the two type of coins I want to be accumulating right now. It's either the charts that are looking like this, with a bearish divergence, slight cool off, and then bounce to the upside probably in the next rally. or the symmetrical triangle patterns. And these are the two type of coins I want to be buying now. Link is back to yesterday's level again. Wow, that's crazy. Link's strength is insane. It's good though. It's good. Very good. Anyways, in 7 minutes time, the stock market is going to be opening up. That's going to be an interesting one. Because I wanted to share this already much earlier. But I do think that stocks and ETFs are going to push up the prices quite a bit again. We have seen this on the Monday more often, where we start off the Monday bearish, and then the stock market is just pushing it back up again. And we're seeing kind of a front run of this. Let's have a look what the stocks are doing itself in the pre-market. It's actually down a bit. All right, that's interesting. That's interesting. If this one can break, it's definitely looking quite bullish, right? Let's hope for that. But yeah, the thing still, the narrative still goes. I think that these ETFs will push up Ethereum and Bitcoin prices again, because of the huge institutional inflow and huge Wall Street buying pressure that has been going on for Ethereum and Bitcoin. So I do think that will continue, pretty likely. The curse is broken, yeah, maybe because I went on holiday and right now I'm back. Maybe that's why the curse is broken right now. And if I'm being honest, on the weekly candle, we've just, like, if we close off bullish again, this is looking quite good with this insane wick. Showing strength. No CME gap this time. Yeah, that's also good. So also creating bearish divergence. Yeah, so coins are either looking like Sui and Aave, or they're looking like Cardano and Link, like these coins, you know? So it's either one of these coins looking like Sui or Cardano. And these two coins I want to be buying because I think they're looking extremely bullish. And then I want to be buying these coins from different niches. For example, meme coin narrative, or AI narrative, or gaming narrative, or RWA narrative. I don't want to, or layer 2 narrative, or layer 1 narrative. I don't want to throw all my money in one narrative alone. So yeah, the curse is broken. Let's see, because yeah, indeed, we are bouncing off this level of support. That's looking good, and in 3 minutes time, the stock market is going to be opening up. Why do you call for Bitcoin on 200k on Twitter? Well, because of different reasons. Why, right? Because X is kind of different. I don't see X as like serious as on YouTube. On YouTube, I'm really putting myself out there. On X, it's much different. You just want to be shouting, and you want to. This is what people want to see, right? On YouTube, I want to truly, really show only my authentic self. And I will say for X though, that there's going to be a strong, sharp pivot where it's going to be, boom, I'm bullish. Okay, I'm super bullish still. And then one day, I'm insanely bearish. I'm insanely bearish. And I'm just posting bearish the whole day. Okay, it will be a strong flip. So That's a decision I made on YouTube. I'm just going to be true, like very authentic, sharing everything that's going on in my mind, just keeping it 100% honest. And on X, the strategy is just a little bit different. I've just chosen to really be very bullish or very bearish, and I want that switch to be like in one day. When I think the top is in, boom. Okay, I'm going from very bullish to bearish instantly. So that's a reason why you can still see like 200k on Twitter sometime maybe. Why would you not be 100% honest? Well, I am 100% honest. I'm just like about price targets is a little bit different. You want to be shouting, and that's what people want. Yeah, exactly. It's just, yeah. And I don't think it matters that much, right? Because still the people that will follow me, they will know. Like, you either follow me or you don't. If you follow me, then you're profiting, you know? If you follow me and you might have seen a prediction about, like, not even a prediction, but if you've seen it post saying Bitcoin 200k, and you're following me, and then on another day, whenever Bitcoin is trading at all-time highs, I'm explaining why I'm taking profits and going out of the market completely, and I'm flipping bearish. If you see me posting like a thread of all of the reasons why, if you're following me, you will see that thread too. And even though you might have seen, oh, Bitcoin 200k, you've also seen that thread why I'm flipping bearish. So what does it matter? Okay, so that's my thought process behind it. Because if I've been saying this entire trend right over here, Bitcoin to 200k, and then eventually at an all-time high, I'm gonna say, oh, I think we topped out. Well, everybody who would have bought is going to be in a profit. So what does it matter? Yeah, that's like a kind of, that's how X works, man. Yeah, New York opens now. 1 minute ago. Let's see. Can we break this trend line or not? Interesting one. Would like to see us getting back in the middle of the range. Yeah, for Bitcoin, 100%. Getting back above this level is going to be crucial. Crucial. Everything green. Let's see how the S&P is going to be doing. Yeah, so knowing when to sell is a hard part, man. It's a very hard part. Now, for me, I just want to exit the market gradually. And of course, I still want to be taking full advantage. And I still want to catch the full swing of an altcoin season. So even though with like, for example, Bitcoin, I might be scaling out a bit. Well, some of the parts of my Bitcoin I'm scaling out with, I'm buying other assets, I'm holding cash with, etc., etc. But also some of the Bitcoin I will be scaling into altcoins to be buying more altcoins and take full advantage of that one. Now, for the altcoin season, what I will think will really happen is that one by one, a new narrative will pop off and go to new optimize and then go down again. So it's gonna happen on like the one day an AI narrative is gonna pop off because of some news, and it's gonna go up for 30% for a few days every day. So it would be like in total plus 200%. And then I think, okay, yeah, now it's gonna be a good time to sell off my AI coins. But then another day it would maybe be an RWA narrative. And that's how I see the altcoin season coming off. Okay, it's gonna be 1 week is going to be that narrative. 1 week is going to be that narrative. I'll not try to catch every narrative and try to rotate into every narrative. I'll just take my profits whenever all of my altcoins, whenever the one altcoin has been seeing enough gains, I'll just take it off. Okay. I'll not try and rotate it into other altcoins. I'll just take it off and sell them into other assets so I cannot touch the gains anymore. So it's locked in. Okay, I cannot, my emotions cannot control me, and I cannot think, oh, if I just put the money in this narrative, I might make a little bit more money. No, because that's how people will get wrecked because of their greed and their euphoria, because they think, oh, if I just do another altcoin like this, I can multiply my net worth again with another 3x, and then I'll be able to buy this and this and this. That's their greed and euphoria. No, if my coin will go up 3x in value, I'll start to take profits. I'll not rotate it into any other coin. I'll start to take profit, and I'll put it into any other asset which I cannot touch anymore. That's my game plan with profit taking for altcoins. The time to position yourself is now, and the time to sell is going to be after your 2 or 3 or 5x, or maybe even 10x. Gradually sell, right? Yeah, the meeting is 1 p.m. ET. This is what I found. Also, by the way, join the group if you've not already joined. Join the group with the first link down below. Join the group and also trade over on Weex and claim a free 1k Ethereum trade, 30k deposit bonus, and 25% trading fee discounts. Start trading over on Weex. Ethereum is going up. Yeah, it's 2.5% up, down still on the day. Let's see if it goes up even more, especially against Bitcoin pair. It is free, man. You're not giving me any money. You're not giving me any money, man. So it's basically free. Yeah, for the long term, I think that's a right strategy. But I want to maximize my gains right now. And I do see a shift coming in this last part of the cycle. So that's a reason why I'm investing in altcoins now as well. Big dump today. I think the most of the dump we've already seen, if I'm being honest. If we lose this support here for Bitcoin, then yeah, I think we're gonna head lower to the 108k to 110k region. Do you speak German? No, I don't. I speak Dutch. We're gonna our stock's gonna save us today. Let's see. Let's see. Anyways, guys, I will say though that I'm gonna be headed off right now. I'm gonna be headed off right now. Guys, make sure to enjoy the rest of your day. Yeah, this is my whole analysis again about the market. I've done a brief, I mean not brief, but extensive overview about everything I'm currently thinking about the market at this moment. Been explaining everything. I hope you guys understand the market right now a little bit better at this moment. I'm generally still bullish, and make sure to join the group with that link down below. Guys, tomorrow, by the way, I'm gonna be flying back to Dubai, and I'm gonna go locked in for like a long time. So it's gonna be great because it's gonna be printing season during this range here. It's gonna be printing season. So I'm gonna be locked in. Okay, so make sure to join. I can tell you already. Make sure to join the Platinum group with that link down below if you want to be printing. Right now should be the time to join. The time shouldn't be to join when I'm already in a massive profit, but the time to join should be when I'm just entering my positions or whenever I'm in a loss. That should be the time to join, because then you can profit with me, alongside with me. If I'm already in a big profit, well then, I mean, probably I'm not going to be scaling and taking additional risk, probably. So that's why you need to join now instead of in a month time. Join now and start printing, and also claim a 1k free Ethereum trade, which also, this link is also including a 30k deposit bonus and 25% trading fee discount. By the way, I'll also get another screenshot over here, because if you go to the futures deposit or something like that, there's much more rewards. I think Weex literally matches whatever you deposit instantly. Like if you deposit $500, they will give you another $500 free trade. If you deposit I think it goes up to 5k. So if you deposit 5k, they'll match it with a 5k free trade. And this 1k Ethereum airdrop is a 50x leverage position. But if you deposit money, that position will be 20x leverage. So it's much better. So then it's literally going to be, if you deposit 5k or if you deposit 1k, it's going to be 20x leverage position. So it's going to be $50 airdrop to your account with a 20x leverage position. So make sure to take advantage of, on top of your 1k trade, by the way. So make sure to take advantage of that one. And anyways, guys, with that being said, guys, I'll see you in another update video tomorrow.